Oh, hello there. Welcome to my live stream. Have you read my book yet? Because I have one. Yeah, it's a big announcement. I released my book today, and I was up until 3 a.m., so I'm a little bit delirious. But we will get into the book here in a second. First, I want to... wow, my brain is like done. Today, we released an amazing episode of Content Heroes, and I am very excited for you guys to listen to it. Episode 54, we went back and asked several of the past guests on the show. So I asked them to answer this question. How has your approach to content helped you become an influential leader in your niche? And we got 13 responses back on the show. We've got, let's see here, Stephanie Campanella of Nail the Niche. We've got Chris Ducker of Youpreneur, Dana Malstaff of Boss Mom, Pete McPherson of Do You Even Blog, Neen James, author of Folding Time and Attention Pays, Shane Sams from the Flip Lifestyle podcast, Louisa Joe from Employee to Entrepreneur, Shannon Mattern from Pep Talks for Side Hustlers, Nick True from Mapped Out Money, Azul Terrones from Authors Who Lead, Monica Froese from Redefining Mom, and Michael Barber, who is a top email marketing expert, and Matt Johnson, who's author of Micro Famous. So this is a huge lineup, and I'm so honored to have them all back on the show for this episode to celebrate. We're celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the podcast in a couple of days. And I wanted to take this time to really get a broader perspective of each person's approach to the content. And you'll notice several themes. And unsurprisingly, the themes are the same themes that have come through in all of my past conversations with over 40 influential business leaders this year on the podcast, and the themes that come through in the book. So go listen to the episode, check it out. It's contentheroes.com/54. And let me know what you think. Drop a comment here. I'd love to know what you think of the episode. I was listening to it again. That's why I was up till 3 a.m. because I've got so much going on that I just completely lost track of getting all this stuff organized. And so I didn't have time to send the episode off to my editor. So I actually edited the whole thing myself. It turned out good. It turned out well, but that's not something that I will be doing hopefully ever again, but definitely not on a regular basis. But so man, I'm going to need some more. Hold on a second. I want some more tea here. So episode 54, it's fantastic. Go listen to it. And also, as I mentioned earlier, my book is out, and I can't even say how incredibly pumped I am about this. I was just going through the final copy again, and man, it's exactly what I had envisioned for what people need right now, based on all of my conversations. I designed it to be very digestible. That is a big cup of tea. Yes. Jen says tea, get the coffee into. Yeah, I already loaded up on coffee this morning. So I'm trying not to get all jittery. So anyway, where was I? Easily sidetracked right now. I'm just going to say, yes. So the book, I designed it to be really easily digestible. I want you to sit down, read it in one sitting, let it transform the way that you're thinking, let it shift the way you're thinking about yourself and your content and your business, and then get up and take action right away. That's how you're going to get the most out of this book. And I'm really excited for you to read it. So go to, so the name of the book, I should probably mention that, is I'm going to read it. Otherwise, I'm just going to completely mess this up right now. So it's called From Content Hero to Business Hero, The Secret to Creating Content That Fuels Business Growth. And you can go get your copy for free from businessherobook.com. And that will take you over to the page to put your email in, download the book. And we have more exciting announcements coming up. I'm not going to hint at what they are yet, but you definitely want to get on the email list and be notified, and go read the book, businessherobook.com. And let's see, I don't want to talk for too long here, because I feel like my brain is in a point where I'm just going to start rambling. But one of the things that I really wanted to touch on here, and it's so important to me because of who I used to be. So I'm going to hide the comments because I can't pay attention right now. So it's so important to me because of who I used to be. I was someone who wanted to write a book for a long time. And someone before I started the podcast who wanted to start a podcast, who wanted to be a content creator, who wanted to be a business leader. But I had a lot of stories around that. And one of the big ones was just like, who am I to do this? Like, there's nothing special about me. I don't have anything unique to contribute. And those were just stories to help me stay safe in my bubble and stay small. And the starting the podcast really set me on a journey of pushing past all of that, what people call imposter syndrome, and pushing past those stories that were trying to keep me small, and to step into being a leader. And now I have evidence of this, right? So now I have a year's worth of being consistent and having amazing people come on the show and share really valuable conversations with everyone. And I have have evidence because I've actually stepped out and have put together this book, and I'm releasing it into the world, and impacting people. And that would never have happened if I would continue to listen to those stories in my head about all of the reasons why I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do. So I want to encourage you, if you're having those same stories, there's nothing special about me. Like, there's no reason why I could do something and you could not in this regard, right? So if you have those stories, I encourage you to stop asking if you're good enough, and start asking, what does the world need? What does your audience need? Who do you want to serve, and how can you help them? What do they need? And focus on that, and exploring that and delivering that, because that's how you push past those limiting stories, those limiting beliefs in your head. And that's how you push through to do things that matter. So I encourage you to read this book, because that's throughout the book is a common theme. And really one of my key goals with the book is to help people push past that, so that they can show up in the world and serve the world, because the world needs us. And we all have something to contribute. And that's really why I put this book together, and why I am, as I mentioned, I think yesterday, I am releasing it before it's even technically, so the content is done, right? The content's all done. But another thing that I did was not leave enough time for the designer to actually finish laying out the book and designing it. So, but I didn't want that to stop us from getting it to you. So I've released an undesigned version. So it's the final content, but it's the undesigned version. And but I want you to get it now and start reading it, and you'll get the final version once that's ready. So I'll send out a separate one, so you're getting the version no one's supposed to see. But I didn't want that to stop the book's impact. So go get a copy at businessherobook.com. You can download it for free and start reading it right away. And like I said, sit down, one sitting, read through it, let it shift the way you think, and get up and start taking action right away. So once again, that is businessherobook.com. So excited about this. You're going to be hearing a lot more from me about it, I'm sure. But go to businessherobook.com, and until next time, everyone, go be a hero.